The world is changing. The security landscape is evolving faster than ever before. Complex threats, unpredictable challenges, the Canadian Armed Forces face a future that demands agility, innovation, and unwavering leadership. In this rapidly shifting environment, success isn't just about having the right equipment, it's about having the right people. Critical thinkers, inspirational leaders, and professionals equipped with the knowledge and abilities to lead through uncertainty. Welcome to the Canadian Defence Academy, where excellence in education, training, and leadership sets the foundation for the success of every member of the Canadian Armed Forces. The Canadian Defence Academy's mission is to develop leaders and managers for the Canadian Armed Forces in order to benefit the profession of arms in Canada. The Canadian Defence Academy envisions being a world-class centre of excellence in military education, training, and broad professional development, recognized for its unwavering commitment to producing highly competent, adaptable, and ethical leaders. The commander of the Canadian Defence Academy has 4 primary roles. They act as a special advisor to the Chief of Defence Staff for the definition of concepts underlying the profession of arms, advocacy of the value of education and lifelong learning, provision of reports and assessments on professional development and education to Canadian Armed Forces advisory bodies, the Chief of Defence Staff, or the Minister of National Defence, and promotion and encouragement for Canadian Armed Forces personnel to develop their intellectual potential. On behalf of the Chief of Military Personnel, they are responsible for strategic planning, governance, policy, doctrine, enterprise systems, performance management, and research and development. They are the training authority for Canadian Armed Forces common programs, and the commander of the Canadian Defence Academy has command and control of a formation including the Royal Military College, the Royal Military College Saint-Jean, the Chief Warrant Officer Robert Osid Profession of Arms Institute, the Canadian Forces College, and the Dallaire Centre of Excellence for Peace and Security. The Canadian Defence Academy acts as the Canadian Armed Forces Ministry of Education, responsible for policies, standards, and governments. Every Canadian Armed Forces member will engage with the Academy's supported learning sites and services throughout their careers. The Academy is directly responsible to the Chief of Defence Staff for developing Canadian Armed Forces Capstone professional doctrine, such as Trusted to Serve and Fighting Spirit, supported by the Canadian Armed Forces Military Dilemmas app, which facilitates ethical discussions. Each year, the Canadian Defence Academy impacts the lives of thousands of Canadian Armed Forces members, including non-commissioned members attending the NCM Leadership College, naval and officer cadets completing their education at the Canadian military colleges in Kingston, Ontario and Saint-Jean, Quebec, Canadian and foreign military and civilian students completing graduate-level work at the Canadian Armed Forces College in Toronto, personnel using the Defence Learning Network. The Canadian Defence Academy manages full-time university training list students at civilian universities across Canada, educational expense reimbursement students, and out-of-Canada students undertaking postgraduate studies, professional military education, and specialist training, as well as administering the Canadian Armed Forces Defence Fellowships at Canadian universities. The Canadian Defence Academy is also the authority for Canadian Armed Forces foreign languages and second official language education and training. It manages CAF access to the Canadian School of the Public Service, delivers the Canadian Armed Forces Virtual Library, providing access to countless publications, and publishes the Canadian Military Journal. The Canadian Defence Academy supports international defence and security building, offering specialized expertise and strategic education opportunities in support of the Defence Global Engagement Strategy, the Directorate of Military Training and Cooperation, and NATO Defence Education Enhancement Programs. Canadian Defence Academy. Strength through knowledge.